Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Ifat. I'm an artist and illustrator. In this tutorial, I'd like to show you how to draw a snowman. We'll turn this into a holiday card that you can later send to friends and family. And I'll show you at the end of the video how you can export your work for print or email. So grab your pencils and let's get started. I'm heading over to the brush menu. I'm gonna pick the gouache brush. I love working with the gouache brush. It's like working with watercolors. It's kind of my favorite brush at the moment. So let's set it up to about 60%. It's want to be a big brush. And I'm working very loosely. Kind of trying to set a background for the snowman. So I'm not pressing. If I'll press, I'm just going to get these awful blobs of color. I'm working very loosely to get this nice big stain. Okay, so next let's add another layer and head over to our color palette and pick a white, and we're still using the gouache brush. Just set it down to about 20%. And let's draw the snowman. The snowman has two snowballs, one bigger at the bottom and one smaller at the top for his head. I'd like to take a moment and give a shout out to Verna for her interpretation of the snow globe project. I love how it came out and would love to see your illustrations following these tutorials. Share them with the tag Art with Ifat on Instagram and I'll find you, give you a like and leave you a comment. Okay, we have the basic shapes for the snowman and the background, so let's add some details. We can add the details in a new layer, and I would recommend working with separate layers for these, for the details. And let's over and pick another brush. And lately I've been really loving this one. It's in Calligraphy, it comes in Procreate, it's called the water pen. See, you don't really need to be fancy with your brushes, they're all there, available. Your only concern is to paint. Okay, it's really easy. Okay, let's pick a dark color and draw the snowman's eyes. And let's give him a nice smile. And these are like little stones or pieces of coal. And next I'm gonna pick the orange and draw the nose. So the nose is a carrot. It's going to be orange. And next I want to get slightly lighter color to add light. So we are using a lighter shade of orange at the top and then pulling some lines down. And next, let's grab a darker color and do the same thing for the bottom part of the nose. So if I press on my brush, I get a thicker line. And if I just work with the tip of my pen, the lines are thinner. And I can always correct myself by working with the orange at the background. There you go. Next, let's add a scarf for our snowman. So we're gonna pick kind of a gray-green to start with. We're gonna go under his head and then let the line waver a little bit. We're still using the water brush, which is in Calligraphy, and look how versatile this brush is. It's just so fun to work with it. If I'm pressing on it, I'm getting thicker lines. And if I'm working with the tip of my stylus, I get these nice fine lines. So it's super fun to work with. There, we have a scarf and it's kind of blowing in the wind. And let's get it some more colors. So I'm working with a darker green and later I'm going to work with a lighter green. So let's get the darker green now. And we're gonna draw it in. And you know, I like to leave my brush strokes kind of visible. I think it gives the illustration character and life, and so also it gives it the feel of, you know, slightly more of a traditional work. And let's go and add even more details with a lighter green. Okay. So I'm gonna draw a square and fill it up. And another square and fill it up. And slightly to the side and lower, I'm going to draw a square and fill it up. Now let's keep going. So what we're doing here is creating a pattern, but we're keeping everything in the same color group, which is the greens. So we're not overwhelming the illustrations with lots and lots of colors. And we're also trying not to be super perfect. You know, we're working very loosely with the brush. Okay, let's add another complexity to this pattern and draw these nice lines. Notice that I didn't change the size of my brush. I'm just working very lightly and I'm not pressing on the pencil, so it kind of keeps the lines. Okay, we have the pattern over the scarf, and I think finally we want to give the snowman a hat, so I'm going to pick a red. I'm going to draw a hat. And you know what kind of hat it's going to be? It's going to be kind of a Christmas hat. Yeah? Okay. Let's fill it up with color. I'm gonna sample the white again. So now we're adding the white brim for the hat, and let's give it this cute pom-pom. Now I want to add some more detail. You don't have to do this if it feels like it's too much. I'm using the pink just to add some shading and texture. Then I can go back and sample the white. This is how we have kind of the feel of a white furry hat. We can add some light highlights to the hat as well. Okay, our snowman is ready. We're going to add some snowflakes to this illustration. We can do this in a new layer, and we're going to head over to our brush menu, and in the spray paint we're going to select flicks. We'll pick a white color. My brush is way too small. Set it up to about 20%. And add some snowflakes. Maybe not too much. And we can pick a darker color. And this brush helps us add movement and texture to the snowflakes. So we know that snowflakes are white, but using a darker color adds texture and helps with shading. There you go. Snowman is ready, and we can turn this into a holiday card, and I'll show you how. Let's use a new layer and pick kind of a golden color. And I'm going to use a pen brush from the calligraphy menu. You're welcome to download this brush from my download page, and the link is available in the description. I'm using my brush smooth pen, and I'm going to let's write Merry Christmas. There you go. Now let's see how we can send out this holiday card to our friends and families. Let's go over to our top menu and hit the wrench. And we're gonna press on the arrow that says share. And here we can share the image in different we have different formats available for sharing, and that's actually also exporting the document like you would do in Photoshop or other apps. I would recommend using PNG for print, and if you're sending it for email and you'd like lower resolution or making a file lighter for emails, just use the JPEG format. I'm going to use the PNG. And it's going to prompt you. I'm going to say save the image and export successfully. So now I have the image in my image files, and I can attach it to an email and send it out, or I can upload it to a printing service to print it out on cardstock. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, found it useful for your holiday illustration, and I hope you were just inspired to create your own version of this cute snowman. So thanks for joining me today. Subscribe if you like these art videos and you'd like to see some more, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.